Hello all, as a continuation of my lecture series in power system analysis, today we are going to discuss a topic on fax devices, where fax means flexible AC transmission systems. So the contents which we are going to discuss in this video is what is fax, objective of fax, types of fax controllers, advantages and applications. So this is a general picture of flexible AC transmission system where we'll be discussing about a generation plant, a transformer, transmission lines, and that will be supplied to the substation transformer, and where from there we will be distributing the power. So this is a general transmission system picture. So coming to what is fax, a flexible AC transmission system, which is a newly integrated concept, which is based on the polytronic switching converters and dynamic controllers. So flexible AC transmission system is a device where we use to regulate the voltage and current for that particular place. So the main purpose of this fax devices is for stability, security purpose, reliability and power quality of AC system interconnections. And this is used to enhance system utilization and power transfer capacity. So without a flexible AC transmission system device, we will not be able to transfer proper power from the generating station to the distribution station. So fax devices plays a major role to ensure the quality of power and stability of the system. So these devices uses solid state switching devices to control power flow through transmission network. Here we mean solid state switching devices is we mean thyristors, MOSFETs and IGBTs, where IGBT means insulated gate bipolar junction transistor. So these are all the devices which is used in order to control the voltage and the maintain stability of the power. So coming to history of fax devices. First proposed by Dr. Narayan G. Hingroni in 1988 of Electric Power Research Institute, USA. So the first fax devices installation was at CJ Salt substation near Oregon. So this was the place where fax devices were installed at the first. And that was a 500 kilovolt 3-phase 60 Hz substation and was developed by EPRI. It was a research institute. So this is the basic history about the fax devices. So what is the objective of fax? Why we have to use the fax devices is to increase power transfer capability of transmission system, to keep power flow over designated routes, secure loading of transmission lines nearer to their thermal limits, and damping of oscillations that can threaten security or limit the usable line capacity. So this means finally we are going to deliver efficient power to the customers. So in order to deliver an efficient power, we need some devices which will be helping us to make the power given with a stable system. So this is one of the parameter of stability as well as security. So this is the main objective of fax devices. So coming to types of fax compensation, we have 4 types of compensation: series compensation, shunt compensation, combined series, combined series compensation, and combined series shunt compensation. So this means when we connect the fax devices in series with the circuit, then we mean it as series compensation, where we keep it in a shunt place it's just parallel, then we name it as shunt compensation. So this is the general types of fax controllers, where it is divided into 2, conventional and fax devices. So conventional type of switching, it means we can use resistance, inductance and capacitance or transformers. Whereas in fax devices, it means a thyristor valve and a voltage source converter. So coming to RLC transformer, Here we mean switched shunt compensation, switch series compensation, and phase shifting transformers. So when we use switched shunt compensation, that means either we are using inductor and the capacitor, then these devices can be used in shunt with the circuit. So if we use the inductor and capacitor in series with the circuit, then we call it as series devices. And the phase shifting transformers, this we name it as shunt and series. Whereas in fax devices, thyristor valve and voltage source converter, here we name SVC, TCSC and DFC and HVDC, which is static wear compensator. That is, it is a voltage regulator compensation. It will compensate the value. Thyristor controlled series compensator, that is here the device which we use is thyristor. So thyristor is used to compensate, it's used to control. Dynamic flow controller and HVDC is high voltage DC, that is back to back, which is B2B. And coming to voltage source converters, which is static synchronous compensator, which we call it as STATCOM, and static synchronous series compensator, which we call it as SSC. And another one is unified power flow controller, which is also called as IPFC, which is interline power flow controller, unified or interline. Then another type is HVDC back to back. So this is type of compensation. So here in this video, we have learnt about what is fax, objective of fax, and types of fax devices. So let us have an assessment where fax devices are used in, at which place is generation or AC transmission or DC transmission or none of the above. So the thing is AC transmission, where DC is a fixed voltage, so AC is a fluctuating voltage. So where we have to control the voltage and make the power stable. So that is where we, so at the generation part, fax devices are not needed because these are compensation techniques. So at transmission part only we will be in need of fax devices. So the answer is AC transmission. So coming to voltage control means boosting voltage control means boosting the feeder voltage, reducing line voltage under over voltage conditions, or keeping the voltage level within the limit, or none of the above. So voltage control, the purpose of voltage control is to have the voltage level within the limits. So the answer is keeping the voltage level within the limits. So the next question is, line drop compensation corrects for line drop lagging power factor, voltage at leading power factor, transformer voltage drop, and voltage drop in feeder units. So the answer is transformer voltage drop. So in this video we have discussed about the what is fax, objective of fax, and types of fax devices along with an assessment. Thank you.